Did you know there were Legends Limited guaranteed 7th anniversary tickets? Yeah, me neither. But I'm buying them right now. We're going to use all of them right here in this video. And we're also fishing for one of those Cell Max UI Goku animations. Here we go, dude. Now, I will say the other videos, I was absolutely in a bubble and still wasn't totally sure if the Cell Max animation existed. A lot of you guys tagged me on Twitter and on Instagram and were like, hey, Nano, here it is. Look at it. So it is real. It does exist. It is obviously very, very rare. I'm really surprised, I guess, at how rare it is collectively. Okay. Collectively, in the videos that I've made now, whether the videos I've been a part of or right here on this channel, we're talking over 100,000. Man, dude, it's Legends Limited guaranteed, so we're going to see some cool stuff. Over 100,000 CC, maybe closing in on 200,000 CC spent. I know Goresh spent a lot of money as well, and I don't think he got it either, or a lot of CC. And it's insane that there were, I'm presuming the only way to get it is if you're getting the new unit. So it either needs to be on Evo, you know, Blue Vegeta, or an UI Goku pool. Dude, honestly, this is a W release, man. That is a sick character, but it's incredibly rare. So it's literally like Trunks level rare or Super Saiyan Bardock level rare, right? It's essentially more rare than Broly, because Broly can be literally like, we could get Broly right now, right? But Broly with Shatter Dimension is very, very rare. It's funny when I would title some of my videos like that, talking about the Shatter Dimension aspect, and people would say this isn't rare. And like me myself, in the hundreds of thousands of CC we've sent since that's been a thing in the game, I've only ever gotten that animation 3 times ever, literally ever. Like, that's it. That is so minimal. And I'm saying all this because I feel like, and I guess I get wanting to have it be semi-rare, but I feel like you'd want to have it ticked up a little bit more than it feels like it is right now. Dude, what a W unit, by the way. Vegeta and Goku looking crazy back there. That release was, that guy was good on launch. He was overshadowed by the new tag mechanic, which is like the literal definitive Dragon Ball Legends mechanic. But that unit was good on release. That unit was good on Zenkai. That unit was good with his unique equip that we got just during Fest 2024. Like, he's still a very viable-ish unit right now. We're losing. Now, we're here. We're a few days past the UI Goku, the Evo Blue being out. You know, we're in the middle of the 7th anniversary. The update this week was just free to play Jiren. I've seen a lot of people like, it's a dead week. And my guess, the OG, dude, this guy, I'm pretty sure Dotto and I did dual summons on that guy. I really think that I got the Dotto dual summon is so rare, right? It needs to be a character that really piques Dotto's interest. And I do believe we would have probably done a duel right now if this had been an Ultra UI, but it being just another Legends Limited, I don't think it, like, Dotto definitely, I think, got on the game, but I don't think it piqued his interest enough to want to make like a Dragon Ball Legends video in order to do so. Like, I think I genuinely believe if it was an Ultra UI, but I think that is where things still, I still stand by this. I won't yap too much. I still stand by the fact that there needs to be like a uptick, or sort of. I honestly, I think I saw Iron King last night tweet about, apparently he's not a fan of the current meta. You guys can let me know. Dude, that is some weird timing. Hang on. That is weird timing, bro. What is that? Why did I mention his name and they show up, man?
Oh my, are you serious, dude?
I can hear bro yelling out there. Anyways, he said he's tired of this meta. I think, really, I know a lot of people, they're like, what? I feel like they should be even better than they are. Which, by the UI Goku's really good, but I think it's more so targeted towards Evo Blue. But with their design philosophy of where they're wanting to go, isn't it better if the new units don't move the needle that much? Isn't that the, like, there's no really winning here, because it's either they don't move the needle enough, and so it's like, well, they're undertuned, they're underpowered, or they move the needle too much, and then it's like, well, dude, we're right back to where you said we weren't going to be, right? So it's a very difficult line to like walk along, and if you lean one way or the other, you're going to make one group mad or the other group mad, and like you know, and that's just the way it's always going to be. I think really they're fine. They're both fine units. Obviously, I have said from the beginning, they're fine picks, man. I really like that art specifically. I think Evo still looks cool to me. Obviously, it does not compare to Ego to me, but I think Evo looks really good. Now, before I get to this next topic, these are very expensive summons. We got a Jocko ship inbound, but Guys, I finally got my Akatsuki bundle in. Unfortunately, this is sold out, but you know what isn't sold out? We are sponsored by G Fuel. You can use code NANO to save money over there while I'm getting this Broly animation. But Blood is back in stock. They are celebrating anime all month, and so they restocked this Blood Naruto flavor. There's only one of, I believe, 3 flavors they've ever done. Of course, if you're in the mood to maybe restock on some Sage Mode and save money by using code NANO, you can also do that. Sage Mode, you guys know, this is literally one of my absolute favorite flavors. Maybe overthrown by Gojo. I really like the Gojo flavor. Unfortunately, that one is out of stock, which is why I'm mentioning Blood. These specifically don't hang around too long. So if you've been trying to collect all the Naruto flavors, this one is back. Definitely pick it up if you want to have it there. I'm not trying to pay too much attention to this. This feels like some spoilery stuff looking on there. But if you're not in the mood for the Naruto flavors, they just restocked Quirk, another one that has not been in stock for quite some time. So this is their MHA flavor. So if you're trying to pick up Quirk, it's blueberry lemon matcha. Then I got 2 more flavors for you guys. We have the Chainsaw Man one. This was such an unfortunate event on my stream. I spilled like the entire thing. I went absolutely everywhere. It was a very devastating event. But this is Devil Hunter. This one's strawberry limeade. This one tastes really freaking good. This one, I think I'm about to, it's either between that or the final flavor I'm telling you guys about, because this is also back in stock over there. The Evil Emperor flavor. It's got a lot of berries there. Ultimately, it's just a berry sort of medley, I think is what they're calling it now. It's got cranberry, cherry, raspberry, and strawberry all mixed together. And then you can see Lord Frieza right there. But G Fuel is a sponsor here on the channel. They make things like these insane expensive packs possible. So thank you guys, and you guys using code NANO over there as well. So link down below to gfuel.com. I'm gonna make me. I've done a lot of Dragon Ball flavors and videos in the past. We'll mix it up. We're gonna do Chainsaw Man today. Man, dude, lots of Broly animations. Maybe we will get a Cellmax animation later in this video. Maybe, just maybe, please. I don't know why I'm letting these play. I don't know if I can't even get a screen crack animation on these tickets. Yes, dude. Oh, okay. Strawberry limeade, man. That is very good. Anyways, thank you guys for using code NANO, saving money over gfuel.com. Thank you, Gfuel, for being a sponsor here on the channel and making these videos possible. Absolutely appreciate it. So the other thing I was gonna talk about when I was speaking of Dotto and ultras and all of that. All right, there's no way it can screen crack. So we'll skip it. We've seen it a few times. Oh, wait, can I use that? I can't. Dude, that's a very recent 14 star for me. Like 20, I must have 14 star that guy like in 2024. Nimbus, dude. Dude, the Nimbus animation is very rare because they don't implement it much. You get either Tao or friggin' Jocko. You don't. And we got, yo. How many of you guys skipped to this part because you saw the rainbow release, bro? If you skipped to this, why did you not hit the like button at least, bro? Come on. Look, it's just begging you to, man. It's like the receptors in your brain are like, yeah, I got a like for that. Anyway, so as a matter of fact, let me hang on. Let me pull it up. So from Epic, I do not know how accurate this is, but here we go. Legends Annie Part 1. Dude, this Path to Power Kid Goku is actually a pretty sick release. Legends Annie Part 1 last year in Japan made with 3.86 million US dollars. This year in Japan, it made 1.6 million. So a drop off of like 2.2 million, almost 2.3 million dollars. Not a single country ranked 3 and only 1 reached top 5. It's the worst anniversary rankings yet. Now, I do want to have a slight rebuttal on that, like a slight rebuttal for me, and this is always going to be a very like luck-based thing. By the way, first ever, that's the first ever dual LF release. It was they were like testing stuff out. He dropped at the same time as the LF Piccolo. They dropped this at the same time randomly before the 2nd anniversary. It was crazy. Or 3rd anniversary. It was crazy. Anyways, a couple of things I think play into it not doing as well, and one of them is for sure the Z power that they're doing with these Part 1 banners, right? So you're pulling them at triple their Z power. I am currently content. You are literally witnessing my final Part 1 summons here today. I will not be touching any of these banners again. Like my UI Goku is so, and I'm praying I pull a UI Goku today. That'd be really, really cool. But my UI Goku has enough stars on him that I will just pump him and call it a day. And I'm gonna spend my Chrono Crystals on the Part 2, right? And that says a lot for me because I think I pulled him 3 times or maybe 4 times, 3 times I believe, and I'm done. That's it. That's all I care about pulling him. So that I am spending far less on part 1. Now I can't speak for everyone here. Again, it is a bit luck based, but that's probably going to be the case across the board for a lot of people. Like I imagine there are a lot of people that pulled them at 4 stars, got 1 copy, pulled them at 4 stars, and was like, okay, I'm good. I have to believe there's a ton of people that did that. And you pulled them twice and they're at 7, and you definitely feel done, right? That would usually take you 3 copies. Now it's only taking you 2. So I think that easily plays into it. Secondly, is definitely, and I've said this in multiple videos now, so I won't harp on it too much, but the lack of inspiration, right? These are just their core 2 transforming units. Man, he really likes me today. At their core, they're 2 transforming units. That's all they are. They don't have an active ability. They don't bring anything new to the table except for Evo Vegeta's ability to like change, or not change, because we've had multiple that have been able to change their actual unique gauge, but he's able to level up to level 3. That's a little different. That's giving them so much benefit by saying that, by the way, as I'm very aware there are other unique gauges that do very similar things, but that is like the only, I think, new-ish thing they did, really. Otherwise, they're very basic unit. So that's why I was going to bring this back to Dotto and bring this back to what I was saying. And I think this is part of the problem of having ultras, and I've seen you guys say that, and I agree. They save a lot of the cool stuff for their ultras, right? The tap on the screen mechanic, the Beast Gohan having the active ability, right? Which is just essentially the synchro gauge from last year's anniversary, right? The Gogeta and the Vegeta with their synchro gauge. Though in that particular instance is used to fuse them, it is the exact same thing that you're doing with Ultra Beast Gohan. Man, I really hope this guy gets an Ultra LF whenever that eventually happens at some inevitable point. But, and I've seen a lot of you guys say, well, yeah, they're holding back the cool stuff for ultras, which is why ultras are the problem. But the thing is, we live in a world where ultras have been a thing in this game for over 4 years, okay? It's time to just accept that as a thing that it is. And so if that is the case, and they are holding back, because I don't know that I totally agree, right? They introduced synchro gauge last year for LFs. Dude. Wait, I don't need it on him either. I really should have looked and seen which characters that were on this banner that I still needed Z power for, because there are a couple. Anyways, now to fish out a sell max animation. I'm doing this so I can get tickets, and then we're doing all tickets. It'll be all purely tickets, but I needed 1 more, and then I'm at a 5 step, so I might as well do that step to then get a free step, right? Legends math, man. Legends gotcha math. Woo. Yo, World Wide Web is back on Rematch. Shout out to like the 3 of you that probably get that reference, that watched the Rematch video. Anyways, I'm trying to get my final coin here to pick up all my tickets. I'm not going to Z power boost, because especially not from Vegeta. Well, I guess I could accumulate all my coins and I could boost the Goku, but that wouldn't be fun. All right, that wouldn't be content. So we're going to try to fish out the sell max animation by using tickets and seeing if we can get it on the off chance that we pull either an Evo Vegeta or a UI Goku. Ooh, man, my 1 SP from that guaranteed SP animation was the transforming Vegeta. Anywho, back to the Ultra conversation. So my guess is they're going to try to push the needle forward, I guess, to go back to what we're talking about earlier with like walking a fine line of not being too overpowered, but also being interesting enough with new units. And so I'm guessing they're saving that for ultras. And so if this Goku had been an ultra, he probably would have been more interesting. And my guess is Legends would have made more money. Not only from the simple fact that yes, rates are worse. This is a gacha game, bro. They want you to summon. That's the goal of this game. I do imagine more people would have been more interested in summoning. And so I think right now, and this is such an interesting thing of Legends, I don't want to touch on this too much because I really want to just, and I've not really looked into it. I've not watched any of the I've not looked into anything really other than seeing like the data lines, but there may or may not be the possibility of ground battles somewhere in our near future. And if that ends up being a thing, it's just like, how many games do you know? Like, let's say the part 2 and the part 3 have incredibly interesting units. Like, let's say part 2 has a giant character. That's really interesting. We've never had that in this game. And they're finally showing off like, look, we can do this because we have, we are able to allot more of your devices RAM to our game. And it needs to be ran on like better devices and blah, blah, blah. Anyways, and then the part 3, which is your Ultra, which is your showstopper. Like, let's just go ahead and let's say I know some people will say ultras are boring or they don't care about ultras, but the thing about these gacha games are when they create these new rarities, these become these new sought after things, and the whole sort of aspect of a gacha game to a lot of people is the chase, man. It is the chase of these cool new things. And in most games they start out of the gates, right? Like on Dokkan, again, it's literally brother app. They start part 1 with the new hype mechanic and the hype characters, and the highest rarity possible is in part 1. Oh wait, I only need one more ticket to be able to do another round of you. Hang on, we got to do this one singular 500 summon, and then I can do an additional, I can do an additional 3 more summons on UI Goku's banner. So here, hang on. All right, imagine we get a UI Goku here on a 500. Oh, okay, it's instant transmission. All right, UI Goku. First form's like UI Goku. I need him. Hey, yo, I need Omega Shinron. Let's go, dude. Yeah, look at that. Ooh, let's see, that's a massive jump. Okay, so we have 9 tickets on Vegeta. We have 9 tickets on UI Goku. We will save the Gokus for last. Let's do the Vegetas first. I need Kabas and I need Vegetas. Please. So you've got Dokkan starting out, right? They immediately show off their new tag mechanic. They immediately show off this new fusion ability that doesn't last for very long, and Super Vegeta, which is their strongest character in the entirety of the 10th anniversary, in the entirety of this year, right? So that's what Dokkan did. Whereas with Legends, their whole formula has been like usually pretty interesting units in part 1, right? And usually introduces some type of new mechanic, but the true showstopper usually is in the part 3, right? You think back to Legends Fest 2022, the only reason people remember, like, think back fondly on that celebration, period, is Ultra Gogeta Blue, who is a show-stopping unit. The "it's futile" meme. Oh dang, dude! I looked at that and this isn't even their banner, bro. This isn't even their banner. But I saw that and like it did. No, because so this is the one time where my side banner luck has been worse than my main. And Kaba and Cal Khalifa are both red 2, whereas my Vegeta is red 6 and my UI Goku is red 4. And I've actually had better luck for the Legends Fest units, for the Legends limited units, than I have for the actual side banners. But anyways, so in Legends, I do think they've got something up their sleeve. I do believe that part 2 and part 3 will cook. But man, dude, hinging your like anniversary stuff on the later parts is so weird to me. Like, let's just say theoretically, let's just say, like, hear me out, stay with me. Let's say part 3 ends up having 2 ultras, which I saw a lot of people saying that might be a thing. At that point, why not just bring one of those up into part 1? You know, what would that really harm if that ends up being the case, right? Now, if it ends up being a solo ultra, as it always has been, which I think is still obviously very, very likely, I am wondering where the sort of super 7th anniversary aspect is going to come into play. I do think that. I guess to go back to my very beginning conversation, by the way, people calling this a dead week with just free-to-play Jiren, even though last week wasn't too crazy until the units released on Saturday, since the units did just release technically on Saturday at reset, my guess is they're considering that as part of this week too, right? Since it was like already halfway. Do you understand the chances of getting that? But I do need this guy. I do need this guy. I don't need this guy anymore? When did I do that? Well problems, bro. Well problems. Y'all be calling me a well. There are levels to this wellness, okay? I don't even come close to Mr. Garage. All right, let's calm down. All right, there are levels to this, and some of y'all were comparing me to Garage. I'm like, dog, like whoa. That I mean, again, I'm not pocket watching, I'm not CC watching, but based on the videos I see him putting out, that's a good pickup. But I don't need him. Do you understand how unlucky I got? He was the Zamasu banner unit, right? Dude, I red 7 him, and my Zamasu, even right now, I think I boosted my Zamasu some. It's still like only red 2. I just can't, like, I am pretty positive before I pulled a single Zamasu, blue skies where I really thought this could be the one. Before I pulled a Zamasu, I want to say that 17 was either red 5 or red 6, or maybe even red 7. It was crazy. It's crazy. I really want a Legends limited to him, dude. I really want a Legends. Okay, 2 more chances at Vegeta. Now, I can pump Vegeta and get him to red 7. Dude! See, like this, if this is Vegeta, then this could have just been Cell Max. But it might be Kaba. It might be Kaba. It's a 1% chance to be Kaba. Here we go. I would not be opposed to Kaba. Kaba's very good. Kaba's very, very good. It's Vegeta. He is maxed out. I am done. I am done. Oh my gosh, dude. Holy crap. Wow. Wow. Part 1 of the Legends, the Legends Limited units are max. Imagine I get him back to back and this is like with a Cell Max animation or something. Dude, that would be so stupid. I don't even know. Obviously, I've seen the animation now and I've watched it, I think, twice, but I don't know what Goku looks like. I needed that too. He's red 7. Oh, dude, if you guys haven't seen what happened in the video, in Slay's video, oh my gosh.
Yeah, Force Switch blue.
Interesting.
Yo. Now, surely there's not even a joke of a world where this.
Wait.
Oh my. What is going on right now? Oh, he's leaning. He's leaning forward. He's leaning forward. He's back in it. He's back in the mix. Oh my.
Wait.
Oh my. The dead silence. It says
What's
everything.
happening? What's happening?
Oh my god, a clash. Wait.
Irons.
Oh my god.
This.
Oh my god. The next. Oh my gosh.
No.
Oh my god. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Oh my god. He lives.
Does he? Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh, baby. Okay, 9 chances to get UI Goku in a potential Cell Max animation. And I'm not skipping nothing, dog. Nothing. We're using tickets and he could be here. There's not a single animation skip we will be doing here. Oh, I guess now we can. Now we can. Because I do know when it starts. I just. What? Why? I cannot believe we got an evolution Vegeta. Oh, dude, he's max. He's actually max. Holy crap! Tickets will work today, bro. Usually tickets, you guys know, man. If you watch the channel any amount of time, you know I am not a ticket advocate. I only do them because it's kind of fun content. What's more fun, watching me get shafted and potentially getting nothing, or me just off camera boosting some units with Z power? You know what I mean? It's infinitely more fun to see if we can, you know, do it. Live vicariously through me. Save your coins and use them for guaranteed Z power, man. That is infinitely smarter use of coins than to get tickets. Unless you only had like five coins and you're not gonna summon anymore, then sure, man. Do your solo dolo ticket and pray that the odds come through. But otherwise, get out, bro. Get out. Don't do it. Don't do it. Now, can I get a UI Goku? I don't know. But anyways, if they were to switch around the ultras and they were to bring again, if we end up seeing multiple ultras, I think that's something understood. That's all I'm saying. Like, and at this point, it's not even like me wanting them to do something just to do it. It's literally like back up this Super 7th anniversary. I'm honestly enjoying myself on the game right now. Anniversary is always a blast. Like, people keep saying dead week, but we have so many new units. I'm seeing a lot of different teams, right? It's not just pure diamond anymore. Like, I don't know. It's honestly, like, I'm enjoying my time on this game. So it's not so much that, and I know that next week there will be something, and the week after that there will be something, and then hang on, let me look. So this week was free Jiren. Next week will be the Zenkai. The week after that will be something, and then the week after that we're literally to part 2 of the anniversary, right? Part 2 of the anniversary. We should see it on the 17th, and we'll be summoning for it and using the characters on the 18th. So I am sure they will bring it. I think a lot of people, as much as people liked the fusions and the synchro gauge and all of that, I think a lot of people really vibed with part 2 last year too, right? Thought Goku was a unit a lot of us wanted for a really long time, and they finally pulled through and they gave us that. So I fully believe, like, deep down they're gonna nail part 2 and they're gonna nail part 3. I just wish that if at the end of the day we walk away from this anniversary and there were multiple ultras, I just believe that they should have put one in a different part. That's all. I'll shut up now. I'll shut up. I'll shut up. I've said enough. You've heard me yap enough about the ultra aspect. Just that I believe, I don't know. I get, and again, maybe it's just me playing other gacha games, even besides Dokkan. I mean, usually they put their big daddy stuff in the part 1 because it sort of like sets the tone and the vibe for the rest of it. So, but Legends does things differently. They always have, right? We've always known, like, part 3 has been an ultra since Legends Fest 2021. We know that. Did I just go from normal cooler to meta cooler? Huh. My final opportunity, please. UI Goku. Cell Max. Green skies. Green skies. I'm winning. This is my final chance. No, that's no Cell Max. Man. Who knows when I'll actually get this animation, dude? Like, it took forever to get the Shatter Dimension. So who knows when I'll get that animation? But what I do know is there's another video waiting for you guys literally right here. And you can click on it. I'll see you guys over there in that one. Have a great day. Keep on keeping on. Best of luck on your summons if you're still diving in. And I hope you have a great day. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.